everyone, and welcome to another video with me, Shruti. You're watching Living Our Ascension. So today's video is going to be a meditation, and this is a very important meditation. If you would like to receive an energy update, an ascension update, sometimes we can speak through words and ignites a certain remembrance from within you, which helps with you coming into this the latest energy or the highest energy that's available on the planet. And it's not just about the highest energy, but how is that highest energy going to be applied best for your service in the now. This meditation is going to be activating a part of us that I feel is blossoming within us. That's the message I got anyway. And it's this goddess Deeming that's that I'm speaking about, which if you don't understand what that is, please refer to part 1 of this video where I first speak about it. And this video is mainly just going to be the meditation. In a couple of minutes we'll start, but very briefly in the first video I spoke about the fact that the goddess is moving through us in a new way now, and we became portals of the goddess. We become portals of the goddess when we hit a certain level in our ascension. This is one of the highest stages in our ascension, and living as an ascended master on this planet. But the highest state of a human is to be a complete vessel for spirit, to just allow this beautiful life force to flow through us. And this life force, when it flows through us, of course it creates changes, the ebb and flow of life. And goddess Deeming has to do with that rage of the goddess, just like we have the wild nature of the goddess, like nature, when it flows through the earth, it destroys things. There's storms that are created. There's also this beauty that's created. There's all 4 different seasons that have different flavors. There's different stuff going on. There's life, regeneration, prosperity. Then there's death, things falling away, stillness in the winter. So there's all of these different faces that are there, and the goddess is not shy. She just expresses herself in complete power. So the goddess aspect is related to power as well, and to transformation. And when we become portals of the goddess, right now what's happening on the planet is that, and probably what's needed, is this goddess Deeming. And that means kind of like classifying. When you are observing the world around you, or you're just feeling the energy of the collective, when you feel that something, sometimes it'll happen that you'll feel that there's something that's not within balance, and within those energies you hold that balance. But at the same time, in order to become a true vessel for the goddess, you have to be all right with the energy of death, of transformation, and kind of look at it in a more detached way. Because think of it, nature and the goddess aspect, they are not afraid of death. In fact, they are the bringers of death as well, aside from life equally. But we tend to have this negative thing that we attach to death for some reason on this planet. All of us do. I feel it also. But in a human body, we tend to attach we don't want to face death, but you have to understand that that's also a spiritual process, and really nothing actually dies. It just changes into another form. So there needs to be, at the highest level, when we can allow the goddess, when we can kind of make space, step aside and just make space for the goddess to flow through us, knowing that the purpose that we came here in the first place is just to be a portal, for higher energies to flow through and do their work on the planet. That is our real essence, our real purpose. When we can actually allow that, then there's this neutral energy that flows through, that's kind of not attached. It's this loving presence that's there. It's this alive presence. It's powerful, but at the same time, it's not all it wants to do is to allow things to flow within balance, like to maintain an overall balance. So if there's something that's happening here that's causing disturbance, then something else needs to change. It needs to flow somewhere else to maintain that balance. So that overall balance is maintained, and that is the flow of love. That is what the vibration of love is. So when you become the goddess or the the vessel for the Mother Goddess to flow through you, for Shakti to flow through you. That's so powerful. You have to be a little bit detached about things that are leaving, that need to leave, and they actually, at a soul level, they want to leave, whether that is people, whether that is aspects of life, whatever that might be. And embracing this is very necessary, because this is the only space that we feel safe in, until we don't reclaim that aspect of ourselves. When we accept death for what it really is, rather than being just scared of it and having this paranoia about it, until then we won't actually ever feel secure in this body, and we forget about service. We can't really be a servant to creation without looking, if we are still attached. That is what duality is, right? Attachment. So we have to non-attach ourselves. It doesn't mean that we don't feel anything, but it just means that there is no attachment. It's a sense of non-attachment, not detachment, but non-attachment. Anyway, I don't want to keep talking because this is a meditation video, but in this video then we are becoming that goddess deeming vessel, where the goddess flows through us. And what's needed right now is for certain things to go, for certain energies to come in. It relates to the goddess, relates to things leaving, but also restructuring that happens like a phoenix. Things get destroyed, ashes are made, and from those ashes new life is born. So the goddess supports all of that, and we need to be okay with all of that within ourselves. So if you would like to take this journey with me, then please stay tuned. And you can, once I start the meditation, you can have a safe space, find a safe space somewhere where you can close your eyes and not be disturbed. And right after this, you will only be hearing my voice, because I want the focus to be the audio. So I'll be using the mic over there on my computer. And yeah, that's it. Let me know how the meditation went if you decide to do it. And please subscribe to this channel as well if you'd like to receive more of these Ascension updates. And also check out my blog, which has all kinds of personal services that you can do with me, that you can order. It's on www.livingourascension.blogspot.com. I do catered meditation, specific to your needs, to the process of ascension that you are specifically coming into, because all of us are at different levels, and whatever's needed for that, activation. So yeah, without further ado, let's move on to this meditation. When you see something happening in the world where you feel angry, you feel that this is wrong, and there's just this anger that boils up within you, and the next stage might be where you feel this despair, this existential crisis, you ask yourself, why am I here? What am I doing here? I can't relate to anybody here. I can't relate to the values of the people on this planet. Know that this is when you have dropped into the original wound. The original wound is when we perceived that we were separated from Source and we came into this physical body. This, of course, is not true, because nothing that is made of Source can be separated from Source. But we all feel this, we carry remnants of it in the past, from the past. But when you really drop into your heart, into that despair, you remember, why am I here? And there's this voice inside you that cries out, oh yeah, I'm here for service. Anytime that you feel discomfort from what somebody else has done, really drop into that. And more often than not, it's leading to a refinement within your service. I want you to hold that place where you have felt disappointed from the world, where you have felt disappointed from everything that's going on around, the destruction of nature, of untruths being propagated, and anything else that is dear to your heart. Know that you are here as the balance holder. The reason you are experiencing something that is not love and that others are doing, it's because you are here to hold balance within those lower frequencies so as to change them. If you know within yourself how nature should be, that all beings are made of love, and you know within yourself that there is only balance, then you are here to hold that for others to choose life, for others also to hold the vibration of life if they so choose. Those who don't will automatically fall into other realities that they are happier with, that are appropriate for them. You are the vessel of Mother Earth. You are the vessel of the Goddess. Hold balance within destruction. Hold balance within the ashes. Hold balance within restructuring and rebuilding. Always hold love and always hold life. Surrender to the Goddess. You don't have to do any work. You don't even have to think what to do. You don't have to judge yourself for your feelings, even if they are so-called negative. You just have to let go and surrender to this most natural state. Surrender to the Goddess. Surrender to her wild ways. Surrender to her power. Surrender to her cycles. Surrender to her natural order, to her natural flow. I am the vessel for Goddess. Hold neutral space within your own emotions when they come up. Hold neutral space within others' emotions when they come up. Hold neutral space within others' ignorance when it comes up. Hold neutral space within your own unknowing, your emptiness, your vulnerability. Take a deep breath. Allow in the pulse of creation, the birth and the death of the stars, the dance of the seasons, the ebb and flow of life, the heartbeat of the universe that sends these across. Hold center in the midst of this heartbeat. Notice it is dancing in all your cells. Notice it is your own heartbeat. Notice it is your own pulse, and send it out to earth. Send it out to its core. Send it out onto its surface. Let it move deep. Let it also move far and wide. It moves through her facets, the rivers, the trees and the mountains. It moves deep into her crevices, the caves, the rocks, the mantle. You trace it to the source, the heartbeat of the planet. You notice your heart and hers align, beat in harmony. You can always find this pulse you can always remember that it is there for you. It always beats in sync with your own heart. Here you come and you remember that all is well. All is as it should be. To hold this center in death and destruction. Hold this center in chaos and in dismay. You are the vessel of the goddess, the vessel for transformation, the vessel for peaceful transition, the vessel for graceful becoming, the vessel for peace, the vessel for love, the vessel for the balance of the scales. Everything around you adjusts itself into perfect balance, into its rightful place within the flow of love. All is well.